been nearly 2 years since Clover Studio's swan song, Ōkami, was released for the PlayStation 2. Hailed for its unique one-of-a-kind art direction, expansive storyline, and thought-provoking paintbrush mechanic, it received more than its share of acclaim. Unfortunately, this didn't translate into sales, but through the use of the Wii's versatile remote, this living piece of art has found a new gallery. The story that unfolds in Ōkami is one of beauty and travesty. Tugging at your emotions, Ōkami's living tapestry is like an independent popcorn flick. A legendary 8-headed monster known as Orochi, feared for its temper and strong distaste for Mother Nature, was defeated at the paws of a legendary white wolf over 100 years ago. But history has a nasty way of repeating itself. Fast forward to the present, and a dim-witted fool mistakenly awakens the once dormant beast, allowing it to wreak havoc across the sacred land. Once again, the White Wolf must take on Orochi through dark and desolate locations, using its healing powers to revive the land. The text-heavy plot leans towards a PG-13 feel, yet it manages to remain comical and thought-provoking. Allow us to state the obvious. Ōkami shares a lot of properties with Nintendo's Zelda series. But is that necessarily a bad thing? Abundantly rich in mountainous terrain, the overworld serves as the base for exploration, where you'll find yourself completing numerous tasks, either assigned to you by villagers or Ōkami's version of Zelda's Navi, Isun. Tasks include talking with key characters, retrieving objects, or using newfound powers to open previously locked pathways. Your time is also equally divided into dungeon exploration, where light puzzle solving is needed to advance from room to room. Finally, each dungeon features a menacing boss you'll face off against, where strategy plays a pretty important role. Ōkami's most unique design facet, however, lies within its fabled celestial paintbrush technique. Simply pressing down on the B button causes the on-screen action to freeze, promptly washing away all color and instead replacing the screen with a nice sepia tone. Once you've acquired the new abilities, this is where you physically paint shapes using the Wii Remote to alter the surrounding environment to your benefit. Celestial brush techniques such as bloom, vine, or lily pad provide ways to reach previously unobtainable areas. Other paintbrush techniques include the Power Slash and Cherry Bomb, two powerful attacks that serve a grand purpose in combat. In all, Ōkami features 13 separate brush techniques. The combat system, a hefty chunk of what Ōkami offers, shares little common ground with Zelda. This is due to a far less free-roaming environment. Enemies in the overworld often appear as floating curses, and will engage you if you get too close. This immediately enacts an enclosed circular area, devoid of anything other than you and your enemies. Escape is not an option, so you have to kill baddies by either jostling the Wii Remote for your regular attack, or using an offensive celestial brush technique, or both. Ōkami is strictly a single-player game, with no added modes or bonuses from the PS2 original. Even so, it's quite a lengthy quest, and no one will complain that they didn't get their money's worth. Those who have played through Twilight Princess will find noticeable similarities between Wolf Link and Amaterasu, particularly in their movements. Jumping and running feel second nature and never burdens the player when exploring the world. By waggling the Wii Remote, you control Amaterasu's primary attack, which is used for everything from battling to breaking treasure chests and obtaining new items. Ironically, the Wii's versatile remote, while fine for your primary attack, is not the best place for Ōkami's celestial paintbrush techniques. Simple procedures, such as drawing a straight line for the Power Slash technique, requires multiple tries due to unfair inconsistencies. The learning curve can feel pretty steep at times, and will have you cursing out loud when, for example, particular story-driven segments require a steady hand to draw multiple celestial brush circles during an interactive cutscene. These control issues don't overly burden the experience found in Ōkami, since you do have the ability to try again. But the paintbrush control issues will certainly make you wish the game was a little more lenient when it came to drawing simple shapes. After all, this isn't art class. If there's one area where Ōkami shines, it's in the presentation. The vibrant worlds mixed with the watercolor style and calligraphy make for a majestic appearance. The Wii adds a few noticeable touches not previously found in the PS2 iteration, most noticeably widescreen support and 480p output. These little quirks make the game's calligraphy art style stand out more vividly than before. However, those with keen eyesight will notice that the PS2 version retains more of a papery effect than the Wii, but not by much. This is directly related to the vibrant colors found on the Wii, as opposed to a more washed-out look on the PS2. The Wii version also features the convenience of being able to skip over every cutscene, even the 20-plus minute opening story segment. This might not sound like an important new feature, but those who have read through the 100th unskippable conversation on the PS2 will no doubt appreciate it. By re-releasing Ōkami on the Wii, Capcom and Clover Studio have once again proven that this is a very special game. And one that deserves the attention of anyone who appreciates video games as art, has an affinity for action-adventure titles, or simply wants to sink into a great game. The Wii controls aren't perfect for celestial paintbrush techniques, but they certainly don't detract from the overall experience. With widescreen support and improved visual fidelity, you'll find very little to complain about.